From a lovely little snooze straight to a Misfits boxing.
Yeah, it's probably not the best preparation, but we've done it, and yeah, there's a lot of hype already, and the show hasn't even started, so I'm excited.
Well, that's it. I mean, you reference it there. Calling it a show. These types of things. I mean, as a boxer, what do you make of these types of fights? KSI, Tommy Fury, Logan Paul, Dillon Danis. These are huge.
Leon, go ahead.
Tempo needs to stay off the line. Needs to stay off the line.
Absolutely. I mean, the shots that are landing from Chase are just straight punches, right?
He's walking him right into that right hand, and once he's got him hurt there in the corner, he's really throwing the kitchen sink.
Yeah. Chase needs to stay here. Rough him up. Keep it going. Keep it going. Rough him up. Keep it going. Chin down. Let's go, heavyweights. Let's go.
Both guys caught each other. You see how Chase Demore get very straight up and erect, and then you saw Tempo take advantage of that with overhand right. I think Chase is still hurt. He's hurt.
Big right hand over the top. Wow, Chase Demore getting a little bit ahead of himself there. He thought he had it.
Tempo needs to go back to jabbing the body now.
I respect it. And they do have to get in the ring and fight. That's another thing people forget. They don't deserve to be making all this money, and they shouldn't be getting this and that. They're getting in the ring and fighting in front of thousands of millions of people. That is a huge thing. Most of these people would never even dream to do. So you got to respect it.
100%. And look, before I push more on with the fights here tonight, I'm going to have to bring up, I mean, the Conor Benn situation as well. I mean, how did that play out for you from your camp side?
You talking about when it got cancelled?
Yeah, when it got cancelled.
I mean, yeah, that was rough. Cutting the weight, going through a whole camp, and then the fight getting cut off 2 days before because of these failed drug tests that came out. It was rough. But at the same time, that scandal, this whole storyline that's come from it, has made the fight twice as big now. So when it does happen eventually, which it will happen, can't give you a date, but it will happen. The fight's even bigger. So
is that still the fight you're wanting to happen? Because I mean, as you said, you trained for that.
Yeah, for sure. Now it's not about. Before it was our old mans used to hate each other. Yeah. They fought. They had these amazing fights. So now we're the sons. Now we got to get in there and do it as well. Now we have our own beef. We have our own history. We have our own storyline. Now there is animosity between us. Before I didn't even mind the kid. I didn't mind him. Now, listen. In my opinion, he cheated and he tried to pull the wool over my eyes and the public's eyes, and I don't respect that, and I can't allow that to fly. So now we have issues that we need to solve. It's a very exciting fight, and it will happen within the next 6 to 12 months, I would say.
A lot of people, I think, when they go through something like that, especially with the ban that came into place and the testing, etc., a lot of people will say, it needs to be banished from the sport, needs to be taken away. Are you more for second chances, being able to come back and prove yourself once more?
I'm in a weird position because, as a clean athlete, as someone that's tested, so much throughout each year, I've always said, if you get caught, that should be it. So I have that side of me, and then I have the other side, which knows that he's been caught, but wants to give him a beating. So I want him to be able to get in the ring.
You want him to come back for your own personal choice. Exactly. That's what you're saying. Right.
It's a tough one. He shouldn't come back, but he should, because I want to kick his ass, pretty much.
I know what you mean. So, I mean, look, there's a lot of scandal going on when it comes to the fights that are here tonight. Obviously, KSI versus Tommy Fury, our main card. People are looking forward to that one. But Logan Paul and Dillon Danis, I mean, where do you stand on that fight? Because there's been a lot of trash talk.
Not only trash talk, there's been violence too, which is... I was talking to my friend the other day about it. I think if something like that happened with because he's got the cut and the black eye, I think if that happened in normal boxing, I think the fight would be called off. So it's pretty insane that the fight is still going ahead.
Well, that's it. I mean, we saw Logan at the weigh-in as well. He's got the big mask on. Everything like that. Do you think that's important? Do you think as a fighter it's important that he's not showing his face, he's not showing that cut? Why do you think he would want to do that?
Well, I mean, it's bruises and cuts before a fight. That would have given Dillon, some edge. He sees that, he's like, that will pump him up. So he's hiding that. It's also not good to be publicly seen like that before a fight. It's insane. You know, this world that has been created. You know, this YouTuber boxing it's different level, and I love it. I love the entertainment of it. I just hope that the fight is going to be able to, you know, I hope that the cut doesn't get opened up and, you know, they have to stop it early or something like that. That would be a big shame because this is a real grudge match. These guys seriously hate each other, so you want to see the best man win for sure. I'm
going to have to finalise this with some predictions. KSI, Tommy Fury, we'll start with that.
KSI is my boy. I remember him walking into my gym years and years ago before he ever even thought about, you know, really getting into the big stage. Hitting the spar bar with him, he got hit in the head. We sparred a couple rounds, and he's come on leaps and bounds since then. So, you know, I respect him a lot, and he really wants to win this fight. So I'm backing him all the way, 100%. I think he can go out there and do it.
What about Logan Paul, Dillon Danis?
That is, yeah, that's...
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I'd go with Logan. He's bigger, he's stronger. I think
in the boxing ring before.
He's been in the boxing.
Amazing. Thank you so much, my man. Enjoy it. Enjoy the VIP lounge. Yeah, see you in a sec. There you go. Don't forget, make sure you're getting to DAZN.com right now, DAZN. Make sure you're subscribing, you're buying that package because, I mean, this is the biggest fight out there.
Wait, you're back.
Quick indeed.
We're joined by my brother all the way from America right now. Mike is in the building.
How's everybody doing?
How you
Thanks
doing,
for
bro?
having me. I feel very prepared, undereducated, around some boxing greats right now. No, I shook it. I shook it in it. I'm with, being next to, listen, this is my brother right here. I've always been in this dude's corner. I love this guy. And, you guys, new friends, I'm happy to be around you. And I want to bring some positive energy. It's a cold, dark, vicious world out there. I'm going to bring some happiness, some good vibes.
We're gonna see, bro.
We're going to slang some burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the new term that we're going with. How does it feel to be in the UK, man?
It's always an honor to be in the UK. I love it here. 5 years ago, I was here in this arena, and you and I would definitely not be sitting next to each other.
Yes.
And it's good to be back. Manchester, UK, the sunshine.
Yeah, friendships have grown. You're here supporting Logan.
Well, I'm supporting Logan. I'm supporting JJ. Yeah. I'm supporting probably, sorry, Slim. I love Salt Papi.
Okay.
Maybe the most electrifying fighter in the game right now. So I'm here backing. But I'm here to watch, observe, and help you guys out as much as possible.
How you feeling about the Danis fight, man? We're getting straight into it. How you feel about it?
The nerves are starting to creep up a little bit. Any fight night, obviously, that starts to happen. But, first and foremost, you got to give Dillon a little bit of flowers for selling this fight.
100%.
I mean, you look at the numbers, they're absolutely crazy going in here. I'm hearing from DAZN, this is going to be the biggest television event in history. They're saying bigger than any World Cup, bigger than the release of Star Wars, from what I understand. And speaking of which, if you're watching this right now, if you've not yet purchased the fight, you can scan a barcode somewhere.
Right in the corner, right
in
there.
the corner, there it is.
Thank you, you're doing my job. Thank you.
Sorry. Anyways, listen. The guy's prepared. I like to assume he's prepared, Logan. And it's been a wild couple months. I'm for one very excited to kind of see it put to bed and see who's going to be cashing that check that they've written for the past couple months now.
Any predictions, bro? Obviously, without bias, you know that you're close to bro. But
I'm a yes man.
So you think it's gonna be a KO?
Logan Paul's yes man.
Yeah, you think it's gonna be a KO?
KO for second.
Instant.
Second.
You're gonna breathe.
I'm glazing like a donut over here, bro. I'm a fucking no. I don't know, dude. You got a completely unprepared, inexperienced Dillon Danis, who obviously, once again.
Big shots from Chase Tamora a second ago. He caught tempo backing up and caught him off balance. Slid a good left uppercut in there a second ago. And
hand combat in front of a crowd this size can do a number on your preparedness. We've seen it happen with a lot of people who thought they were readied up, walk into arena like Manchester, and they melt.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I'm calling for a round 2 knockout Logan Paul.
How's Logan feeling after the cut, man? The cut was quite intense. It was very Mikey.
I'll give you guys some. That was,
I know, you know what it is. And no one's getting with the jokes right now. And it's hurting me. And Bugsy keeps looking at me from the side of his eye like, Zoo. Stop. But how was he feeling after the cut, man?
I'll give you some behind the scenes. I think he was a little bit shaken up that evening, but I think it ended up becoming almost like the tag of a warrior. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you take a couple fucking.
Sorry for the language, guys. Don't worry.
That's
You're
our
passionate.
first swear.
You're passionate.
It says
You're
the second.
passionate.
Sorry for the language.
Don't worry, look in the
You're
corner. Look what it says. Apologies for bad language. It's all right. Don't worry,
Yeah,
man.
you're all good. You're all good.
Remember, it's still quite early here.
You take a couple.
And it's earlier in the US as well.
Take a couple freaking stab wounds to the gut. If they ain't fatal, they're just making you stronger, bro. They're getting you ready. You know, hopefully everyone here's probably been in a fight. When you start to taste a little bit of that blood from your nose and you start to feel like you're in it. You're in the fight now, and I think that was like the equivalent of taking a first-round shot. So he's now in war mode, ready to, destroy.
Can I ask? If that's the case, and if it is a war wound, then we saw in the weigh-in. Obviously, he's got a mask on. Why do you think it's been important to him to cover the face? He doesn't want to show any form of weakness. What's the deal?
Yeah, just to keep it mysterious. Just to keep people guessing. I think anytime, especially in this industry, that you keep people.
It's not going to take it off. It's like Darth Vader, all of a sudden, just
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, it's funny you say that because I think that this matchup of him and Dillon is very representative or very kind of equivalent to Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker. You've got Logan, first name Logan, Luke Skywalker, protecting his Princess Leia in Nina from the dark forces of Darth Vader. And here we are tonight in the Death Star, waiting to see if light can overtake darkness.
But that does mean that Dillon would be his daddy.
Sorry, what was that?
That does mean that Dillon would be his daddy.
I didn't think that one through, and I apologize.
Yeah, dead that one. Very good. I like the enthusiasm.
It was good up until that point.
Give me a hug, Dej. Give me a hug, mate.
Mike, how you feeling about the KSI Tommy Fury fight? How you feeling about that one?
That one, that's a different fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Much more equal battle. Two experienced fighters. You've got this tactical boxer, counter puncher in Tommy Fury, and you've got the best brawler that we have on our scene here, that unorthodox overhand right in JJ. And so the question is going to be, head versus heart, strategic versus ferociousness. What wins in a battle like this? That's the question I'm asking. I see that one going the distance. I don't know about you, Dej.
Nah, I see JJ getting that. I'll be real, because obviously looking from the Jake fight, Tommy was getting hit with a lot of shots, and he likes his hands down. So I feel like that will play in JJ's favor, because I feel like JJ will get, he got a puncher's chance. I feel like he's actually gonna land a hit on Tommy and just drop him.
Well, just one of those overhand rights, we know what the damage that thing can do. So if Tommy's hands down and one of those slips through, then it might just be night-night. So
yeah,
we're about to see his chin get tested. It's going to be interesting. I think KSI has the heart to do it, but Tommy's he's got the experience.
He's a fury.
Well.
He's a fury, man. I mean, think who he's been sparring with. I mean, that's my only thing. It's just he comes from that boxing family. Is that with KSI, with JJ, he's kind of as you said, Deji, earlier on, he'd be walking around saying, this is my legacy. But, for Tommy, this is his family. This is everything on his back. So, I mean, I think if it goes the distance, I don't know if Tommy will have him on points, but I think, as you say, if KSI can go in there and just go all out in that first bit, brawl a little bit, who knows?
There's a lot on the line. I'm throwing back to Logan. Roman mentioned the balaclava. We haven't seen the cut. Can you tell us how bad that cut really is?
No, I cannot. I can't do that because that would be, as a yes man, that could be problematic. I don't know what we're sharing. I mean, listen, he got hit in the face with a microphone. Let's talk. Put that in
dense
for a second. Anybody who's ever knows about the weight of an object. You hold this in your hand. You imagine taking the brick end of this to the.
It hurts. It hurts. Yeah.
And this is a heavy object here, and so without giving away any details, one could imagine that could cause some semblance of damage.
Yes.
Right. So.
But the fight's not off. Fight's on.
And as I said, you've You've upset this man. You've upset this man a lot. Okay?
There's a lot of upsetting going on, yes.
And if your claims are true that this man is... If you believe this is an angry man, then you should be very scared right now. Let's just put it like that.
Well, we got some shots of Dillon Danis arriving into the arena right now. There he is. Shades on.
Cool guy right there.
Questionable vest, but we like it.
Isn't that The Rock?
Yeah, it's the Rock vest, yeah.
The Rock vest. What are you thinking about it? Thinking about it. How does that make you feel right now, Mike?
Makes me feel absolutely nothing, to be honest with you. I could tell you that I feel something. I don't really feel much. I'm on antidepressants.
You're numb right now.
That's probably a conversation for another night. But
place, yes.
yeah, you know, the bowl on his shirt, it's a nice shirt. Looks like he probably got it for $14.99 at Zara. And, you know,
other retailers are available.
You know, he actually, like, obviously was there was people saying he was out last night and that he wasn't taking it too seriously. I mean, Bugsy, you were saying, wasn't it? Do you think he's taking that seriously?
So I'm just saying he looks like a man that's not really taking a fight seriously. You know, to me, it just feels as if the stakes are high now for Logan. He's misses, what is it, his new fiance or something. He's getting dissed left, right, and centre. You know, he's had a microphone bounced off his face. Like, this is someone that's really coming to have you a serious fight. So if you are out and you're not taking it seriously, you're in problems. That's just my opinion.
Could be mind games. I don't know if Dillon Danis is out there having a drink, but he was definitely in a bar yesterday.
You were adamant he wasn't there, wasn't he?
I definitely don't think that he was having a drink.
Is that confirmed? Was he actually at that bar?
He was out. Yeah, he was out. Yeah.
He was out.
Even regardless if he was drinking or not, the idea that he was out at the bar, surrounded by, you know, women, right, the night before a fight of this magnitude is pretty concerning. You have to admit that, right? But here's my question to you guys. Do you see a woman?
You can't go wrong with the St. Caroline.
Do you see a world where Dillon Danis walks out to the ring, gets in, and then gets out and walks home? Like, just walks out. Like, he's still, let's be honest, this fight still has not started. The bell has not rung. And until he walks in that ring and that bell rings, I'm not so sure he's even fighting at this point, you know? So it's...
Nah, I reckon Logan will chase him.
You think so?
Yeah, he goes out, Logan's chasing.
Yeah, he's been, what, a jiu-jitsu champion? So he understands fighting. He's not going to come all this way to get out of the ring and walk off.
Yeah.
And look, some fighters do go out before fights. I've heard that John Jones goes out before a fight sometimes. So it's not off the cards that he does come in and perform to some extent. But just looking at him and looking at his physique and his attitude, he's selling a fight and then he's going a little bit too far. For me, it feels as if he's like, he's slightly over the top with it all.
Do you feel like that? Do you think that in his promotion of the event, I guess I give this to the entire panel, what are your guys' thoughts on, you know, the lead up, the promotion, you know, what he's kind of said about Logan's fiance? What were you guys' thoughts on all that?
I mean, it's been a lot. It's been intense. We're definitely going to get into that across the night, but I don't know if you guys can hear right now, but the ring walks are happening as we speak. The fights are starting right now. So if you want to go watch them fights, make sure you scan that QR code and get into the pay-per-view. We'll be back after a little commercial break. Mike is here with us as well. We're going to be talking exactly about that lead up to the fight. But yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit.
She wanted to make history here in her country.
Someone who refuses to lose.
Chantel Cameron is coming for everything.
So much at stake here tonight too. Undisputed world champion. Cameron Taylor. This is a back and forth fight. Serious pressure. Tremendous action all the way through the contest. It's her first professional defeat for Katie Taylor.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Looking forward to the rematch.
Very close fight. There's an immediate rematch clause.
I'm always willing to do whatever I have to take to come out with a win. This is a fight that I know I can win. I'm in this sport to actually make history. The respect goes out the window.
Do you think you're gonna win?
Of course.
Yeah?
I bet I knock you out.
How much?
I don't care. Don't matter. I made a bet to you.
What was it?
It said if I win, I had to be the best man at your wedding.
Okay.
Okay.
And if I win,
yeah,
I get your entire purse.
Sure.
So here's what's gonna happen.
Go ahead, send me the contract.
I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna send you the contract.
You do this every single time. You and
you're
Jake,
gonna
is
ghost
like your
us.
thing. Like,
and you're gonna ghost us like you ghosted
you're
us.
You're gonna ghost us too. So how are you gonna guarantee I'm your best man?
Contract.
Okay, contract.
I will sign you an executed contract.
I'll be your best man.
Yes.
Okay.
Bro,
I'm gonna be standing right next to you.
Fine.
Bro, you don't know how to box. How you think you're gonna win? How you think you're gonna beat me?
Wait,
bro,
what?
you're gonna gas. Look at your arms.
What?
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, I swear to God. Like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. You are an easy fight.
Bro,
you think you know how to fight? You don't.
Oh,
you
yeah?
You know, who would you train with? Craig Jones. Craig Jones is the kind of guys I compete against. Okay. I saw how many times he showed you out.
Wait,
imagine what I would do.
Wait, what do we do, me and Craig?
Okay, I'm just saying.
No,
just imagine.
I want to know.
But you know
what do me and Craig
athletes.
No, but what do me and Craig do?
You know level.
No, but what do me and Craig do?
Okay.
Jiu-jitsu.
Do you and I know martial arts?
We did jiu-jitsu.
Okay, so yeah, don't worry. This boxing.
And what sport is this?
Don't worry.
What sport is this?
Maybe I'll choke you out.
It's boxing.
Maybe I'll choke you out in there.
I don't think you can.
You don't think I can?
I don't think you can. I don't think you're gonna do to me. I think on that night I'm gonna do whatever the I want.
Tell me how you think you're gonna beat me?
I'm definitely gonna knock you out in round 6.
Knock
I'm
me
gonna
out.
make you suffer.
This will be the greatest atmosphere you have ever witnessed in a boxing ring.
Here we go. Norris, don't count him out yet. The arena drowning in passion. Undisputed world champion. Tremendous exchange once again at the end of the round. And still Edwards, clearly he can mix at the highest level. This is a championship fight.
Arms and stepping in Ed Matthews. Any thoughts about this one?
I fought Swams. Yeah. I mean,
what was it like when you fought him?
I mean, I hit him with one good shot, and after that, he just did not want any of it. So, but I mean, obviously, he's going to be improved. I hope so. And then, obviously, with Ed Matthews, what, 2 days short notice or something like that?
Yeah.
He says he hasn't been training. He's just been vibing.
As they all say.
Yeah.
How did you feel about when you saw your brother in the cage the other day at the weigh-in, him and Tommy Fury?
Oh, I can't lie. I think that kind of boosted me with more confidence. There was one moment where JJ pushed, the same moment that Tommy, you know what I'm on about, when they both pushed, and then Tommy went back. Like
we were seeing a little bit of action that was at the weigh-in update. Oh, that was.
Oh, you know that's when.
Licked to the head.
Yeah.
It was a lot. There was a lot going on.
Yeah, but
I do like this little visor.
I like it, and what I've got to say is that is reinforced.
Yeah,
you can really give that a go. I mean, the first time you saw that, you got in there and you gave it a really good whack. It doesn't move.
It doesn't
so
move.
kudos to the team that have built this.
Big up the people. Obviously, if I used a bit more force in my belly, it would have worked. But we're going to throw it back to our MC Hus for our next fight, Swams. Ed Matthews, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for our next bout of the evening. Scheduled 3 3-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. And now, making his way to the ring, please welcome Ed Matthews.
Fights like me.
Oh, really?
There's no
Every
one that fights
amateur
like
in the
me.
country fights like you.
There's no
Bopping up and down on your thing.
No one fights like me. Yep.
We'll see. Do that against a professional boxer and you'll see.
Wash away gray in 5 easy minutes. To put yourself out there and always put your best face forward. Just for men, mustache, and beard.
A car like this shouldn't exist. Something is big. This luxurious.
When I shout break, you break clean. And remember, defend yourselves at all times. All touch them up, lads. Touch them up.
Gritch, you bring up a good point, but me and NichLmao, we both flew from Los Angeles. I, of course, was in first class. He was in coach. But the big question was, is it harder to win or defend as a tag team champion of the world? In my opinion, it's harder to win it. So we'll see which team can really settle down now that the lights are bright. B-Dave pulled the swerve on us, Roundhouse. Let's go.
He's letting him know he's not scared at the start. Now, guys, we've had some interesting judging, and tag team is especially interesting to judge. So I want to see these guys come in and put a statement on it.
Dave likes to start hot, and he's coming out with power punches.
Good defense from NichLmao right here, you know, cutting his angles, defending his body well.
Oh, and he's out already. And here comes Pineda. When you are the first fight out, the one thing you want to do is set the tone, set the stage. They clearly are doing this. This crowd, 3 minutes in, is already hyped. Pineda, of course, the professional boxer, quote, in quote. So you expect him to have more talent than NichLmao, who's basically a YouTube superstar trying to make ends meet in the crossover boxing scene.
It's interesting. Like when you look at the different strategies in a fight like this, right? We've already had a tag early, whereas NichLmao, he's already a full minute into this fight. No tag from him. So it begs the question, you know, do you tag often? Do you try to get a rhythm going? What's the best strategy here? Tags out there. Big boos for Alex Wassabi. Let's see if it affects him tonight.
He's the fresh fighter, which could be good or bad. He hasn't taken a punch yet, and you don't really settle into a fight until you've taken some shots. Yeah. We talk about the word. Wassabi blocked it, and then talks trash. Pineda. Spits out the mouthpiece. I don't think he's getting up.
6, 7, 8.
Oh, that was a pro move right there. Use the mouth. To delay the count. Oh, this is interesting. It's gamesmanship.